Well, speaking of the Dodgers, they might be getting another Japanese superstar heading on over there. Feels like they're just literally collecting slowly but surely the Japanese national baseball team that did win the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
So, I mean, really damn good at baseball. I'm talking about Roki Sasaki. Now, if you're not familiar with who Roki Sasaki is, he is a 23-year-old over there in Japan, and this really put it in perspective for me. 23 years old. His worst year ever, which actually he just had, so maybe you're concerned.
Oh, no.
His worst year ever, he's a pitcher. He had a 2.35 ERA in 111 innings. That is the worst year that he's ever had. He's 23 years of age. Are you fucking kidding me?
He's really good at baseball, man. Before I break it down, let's give a quick shout out to Greta Bar, everybody. Downtown Toronto, King Street West, over 50 arcade games that they have featured there. Go check it out, everybody. If you want to put up Sasaki numbers, go play some games at Greta Bar. Yeah, like this is unbelievable. And what's crazy is Sasaki could rake in, this was a crazy article I read the other day, I made a short on it. He could rake in $60 million of endorsements, which is how much they estimated that Ohtani was going to get the previous year. So you have a guy way younger than Ohtani. He's coming over and already making $60 million. He could already make $60 million a year in just endorsements. Forget the contract that he would get for hundreds of millions of dollars. He's also going to get that, which, I mean, if Sasaki really wanted to, I don't know if he would or not. If he really did want to defer some of that money so that he could win a World Series multiple and bring in more players to the Dodgers, they could, and Dodgers could create this super team.
Well, okay, here's the thing. So you're talking about endorsements of like, people paying
Sasaki.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But because he's not getting paid that money.
What do you mean?
I mean that because he's under 25 years old, he is there. There's this whole rule, but because he's under 25 years old, if they post somebody like that, he can only get paid. He'd be limited to the international bonus pools that are all under $8 million.
Okay, in signings. Yeah.
Yes,
but this
signings.
is just advertisements, like sponsorship deals.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, in sponsorships but that's what I mean. Like, the Dodgers aren't paying for that.
Yeah.
Dodgers are not paying
No.
for
It's
sponsorships. and
Japanese
endorsements.
sponsors. Yeah, that's just his own thing. That's what I'm saying. Like the whatever deal he gets, like he could just like defer. He could do whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, he's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay, he could defer it, but again, that's not going to matter to the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Like deferring the money. It's like
it would for their payroll. If they deferred a bunch of money, then it's like they can bring in some more players. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is like he's only going to cost less than $8 million for them.
Yeah, and that's why right now the speculations that he hasn't been posted yet, because it doesn't really make sense for him to get posted this year because he's not going to get paid that much.
Yeah, for him for sure. Yeah, exactly. But that's again like from the Dodgers standpoint, like it doesn't defer the money. I mean, they're not going to defer $8 million. Like they'll just pay him $8 million. But that's $60 million. It's like that doesn't. They're not paying
right.
that.
But like that, so that's why I'm thinking like what I was going to get to in this whole point is like I'm thinking that like he is not going to be a free agent this year because like hey, he's so young and like you mentioned like and he has to hit a certain age. We said 25.
It's 25, and then after 25, I think this is so stupid.
I know.
It's like, why are you doing this? Like, I just don't understand it. But after 25, that's when he could get like a Yamamoto type deal, which is could be upwards of $300 million. But from a Dodger standpoint, I'm sure they would really love it if he could get posted because then you could get somebody that is, literally $8 million a year.
Right.
That could end up putting up like Yamamoto type numbers and being really, really good.
Now, if he does get posted, can he sign like a 2-year for the first 2 years, like $8 million, and then like get paid more after that?
So that's like all of it gets kind of
weird.
confusing to me. I think it's a similar thing. Like I don't know what the length of contract would have to be, but like, do you remember what happened with Ohtani, where it's like so he came over when he was younger and then signed? Got paid like very limited by the Angels,
$2.2 million, I think.
Yeah, and then of course like he became a free agent and like signed for the most money ever. Now I don't know if they have like a fixed term. I'd imagine not. Like I think that it's like you can sign for a couple of years type thing and then do it. But I have to look into that a bit further.
Yeah, like I'm actually going to look back at his contract. Jesus Christ, I'm looking at Ohtani right now. I'm just saw like all the deferred money. Like that's insane. So when he first came over, it was a 1 year, $2.3 million, and then it's arbitration. So he had an arbitration for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, obviously. So he kind of signed like a rookie deal and just, I guess, accepted that because, dude, he was getting paid like literally dirt cheap nothing.
Yeah.
And then, and so I don't know if he wants to go that route or not. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what happens with Roki. He is being listed right now on ESPN as the second best free agent, if, of course, he is posted. That's after Juan Soto. So it just goes to show, like, how talented they think this guy is, and I do think a big part of that is the fact that he is 23 years old and already has, like, such a stacked resume to line it up. Like, immediately you could argue, like, you sign this guy, and it's like, boom, this is our number one overall prospect, but he's going to start playing immediately with us type thing. You know?
And literally, they have it on here on ESPN. His projected contract to be $5 million.
Yes.
That's just stupid. So you're going to want to try and get that guy, and it feels like if I'm him, like, Dodgers are obvious.
Well,
and if I'm the Dodgers, it's a must, too.
Yeah. I think, like, the Dodgers are, and they're so... There's so many things that have gone right with that team, but they're so lucky with where they are just positioned geographically speaking that, if you are a Japanese player, well, I want to be on the West Coast. I want to be able to go back to Japan, like, without any problems. What's the closest place? L.A.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
also so happens to be one of the best, just cities in America as a whole. I mean, I guess you could argue that, but I think L.A.'s pretty cool.
Yeah.
It also happens to be a city that is winning. And also, it happens to have players that are already Japanese on there. So it's like, I come over, and immediately I got buddies. I got friends. They've done all this before. We're homies.
Yep.
They're going to introduce me to all of their, MVP friends and Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. It's going to be great. We're going to be one big happy baseball team that wins a lot of fucking games.
Yeah, and that feels really kind of OP for the Dodgers.
Of course it does.
And then, like, you establish this culture in your clubhouse for the next 10 years with Ohtani leading it, and you'll get every single Japanese player to ever come through, and it will not be fair.
No, exactly right. Like, it feels like now, especially if they did end up getting somebody like a Roki, but already with Yamamoto and with Ohtani, if you are a really good player in Japan, if you're a really, really good player in the Japanese league, you are hoping to yourself that you're going to get the call and the LA Dodgers are going to be looking at you and wanting to sign you. That's what you're thinking. That's the dream, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Like, I'm jealous, and I really wish I could be a Dodger fan, but Dodger fans, you continue enjoying your golden napkins and wiping your tears away that you don't want Juan Soto.
Don't want Juan Soto,